gets back home tonight. And the clock just starts right over, and the walls come closing in, and the bathroom dips and then twirls, and your eyes get sunken in so deeply you can't recognize the face you see so easily. No one gets back home tonight.
And we are live again.
We live.
We survived.
I stopped everything when I said that.
Do you want to do the intro again for part 2, Jess?
Sure, welcome back to part 2 of Trans Spotting. I still am not sure what episode number this is now, but it's me, your host, Jess. I'm here with Riv. Say hi, Riv.
Hi. Hi, Rev.
Say hi, damn it.
Good job. And Samera.
Hi. And by the way, we are actually on episode 30. Well, we're the 33, 34. Those are the two parts. So I guess this is part 34.
Yes,
Episode.
you are correct. Because you
34.
see, Daddy Needs Some Candy Corn was episode 32. We skipped a week because we needed some R&R. So now we're on episode. Last part was 33, so you were correct. We are on 34.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, like, this whole thing is part whatever, but then I'm like, I realized how you did all the episodes, and I'm like, shit, how do I do this?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the majority of the folks who listen to us, I'm pretty sure are neurospicy, and I don't think they've got, and I don't have the attention span to listen to a 2-hour podcast. And stream is different, right? Because it's like, oh, sweet, it's live. I'm going to listen to this thing. I'm going to watch this thing. I feel like you have the choice to scrub through some stuff. You're not going to pay attention for more than an hour. So hence, one big stream, 2 small episodes. You're welcome. You're welcome, world.
You're welcome, world.
Yeah.
So we're back today to talk about Canadian politics, right?
Yes. So picking up where we left off last episode. So if this is not making total sense to you, go watch part 1 of this. But picking up where we left off, Canadian politics, really fun. So we were talking about the Sea of Blue and the shift of the Conservatives and how, there's a whole reckoning that's coming for the Conservatives that are, in power right now. That's starting to be shown a little bit, both federally and provincially in Canada. Because where I live is mini America, also known as Alberta. Yeah, I know. It's turned into a mess. I don't know how much you know about Canadian politics, but so when bills get introduced in Canada, it goes through, the 3 it gets voted on 3 times.
That's impossible.
Yes. It had to go off this stream. It has to go off. There's a bunny trail in there, and I'm really trying hard to avoid it.
Look, I told her that she could turn it off before the show started. And she went, no, it's got to stay on. It's a bit.
It's a bit.
It's a bit.
No, there's another bunny trail there for a second, but I'm avoiding it. And ADHD
Bill gets introduced. Bill gets introduced. It goes through something.
It gets read 3 times. It gets voted on 3 times, and then it, gets signed off by the either Governor General, which is federal, or Lieutenant Governor, which is provincial. So what happened last week was all of October, almost, the teachers were on strike because they wanted better work conditions. They wanted better pay. They wanted smaller classroom sizes because, in some classrooms there was like 40 to 50 kids and 1 teacher with no EAs, which is unteachable. There were kids on, sitting on the floor. Some kids were sitting on, the sides or just standing in class. Like it's bad conditions. So they were striking. So what our government did was they put through a bill saying go back to work to end the strike. But they added what is in Canadian politics known as the notwithstanding clause. I don't know if the US has something like this, but what the notwithstanding clause is it's a way for a provincial government to avoid the charter rights and freedoms. So basically, it's saying that, yes, you have the right to strike, but we're taking that away from you.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
So the Charter of Rights and Freedoms is the basis of, a lot of governments. There, I think the US has that in your constitution, I think.
A variant of it, yeah.
Yeah. Canada has that too, but there is a clause in it that is called the notwithstanding clause, which means that at any time a provincial government can say, we are ignoring your charter rights and freedoms to enact this law. Our provincial government enacted that with the strike. And yeah, so they're facing huge blowback right now. Huge blowback. And it's actually kind of bleeding into federal as well, which the conservatives in the federal party, our Liberal Party is currently in a minority government, which, because we don't have a two-party system, means that...
Yeah,
there's...
fucking rub it in. Rub it in all day about your lack of two-party system that we all want.
So there's like 4 parties in the, government right now. So it's a minority government because, the seats are distributed.
You know what they say? 3's a crowd, 4's a party.
4's a part. I think there's actually 5, but one of the parties only has 1 member. So can you really call it a party?
Party of 1. Party of 1.
Party of 1.
5's a wheel. So I don't know about that.
5's, yeah. The stabilizing 5th wheel, right?
But what's happening is the minority government is trying to put through a motion for the budget, which needs to get, is a confidence vote. And in order to pass it, there are actually conservatives who are leaving the Conservative Party to move to the Liberal Party right now. So there is a huge shift. And for the first time, right now in Canadian politics, because of this whole conservative wave, like what you're seeing in the States against, the Republicans, people are trying to get rid of members in the Conservative Party in Little America, Alberta. And because the Conservative Party, 5 years ago, put through a bill that said people in a constituency, a riding, whatever you want to call it, can recall their representative if they get 60% of the amount of people who voted in the last election. So that's starting to happen now, and it's really exciting. It's really hilarious because it's all against conservative MLAs. It's great. It's great. Canadian politics. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So we're seeing a blue wave in the U.S. We're seeing a red wave, which is the same as a blue wave in America, in Canada.
In Alberta, it's an orange wave because they're actually called NDP, New Democratic Party, but it's it's the same idea.
The NDP is good.
Very
the red.
Well.
We like NDP.
We like the NDP. It's funny because, like, while the Conservative Party that's in power right now is like extreme conservative, the NDP is more like central left. So it's not even like an extreme, but because in Alberta there is only 2 parties. So because of how extreme
You told me it was
the
a
Conservatives are
5-party system.
in federal.
You lied to me.
No, in Canada.
All right.
In Canada.
All right, fine.
Not in
I'll
Alberta.
let
in
slide
Canada.
this time.
No.
With your Canadian lore.
No, in Canadian federal politics, there's 5 parties. In Alberta, there's 2.
Okay,
Well,
I'm caught up.
there are more, but, we don't talk about the other ones.
We don't talk about the other ones.
Whoa.
We don't talk about the other ones. In Alberta, there's there's the big Conservative Party, and then there's a little Conservative Party, a little Conservative Party, a little Conservative Party.
Yes, keep fracturing yourselves to the point of extinction.
But that's what Alberta does. That's why the current Alberta government party is called the United Conservative Party, because in order to get their seats, they had to unite all these smaller parties.
Wow.
But no, it is interesting because, like I said, it's just this whole wave of, them, like in the States, how Trump is just kind of going so rampant on just all of his executive orders, on how he's running the country and stuff like that. And now we have our premier of Alberta doing the exact same thing, and how political landscape is shifting so drastically. how people are getting a lot more active, how people are actually like standing up all of a sudden, and how you're starting to see a lot more in the States it would be people who voted red, or in Canada people who voted blue, starting to shift their political alignments. And it's really, really interesting to see because of the fact that they're starting to see what they actually voted in.
I see. Yes.
A little bit of
I
the,
don't have much to comment on that.
little bit of
This
the
is Canada.
fuck around and find out is what you're saying. Is what I hear you
Hey.
saying. There you go. But the whole recalling thing, that's a great thing. We need that. We need to be able to do that.
Well,
That'd be
it's a hilarious law because of the fact that they enacted it. Like the conservatives are the ones who enacted it, hoping to use it against the NDP party, and now they're getting their own members, starting to get recalled.
Yes.
And it's funny because they're sorry.
I was just gonna say this is why wielding a weapon is dangerous, is because it can be used against you. Sometimes it can be taken and used against you. This is part of the same lesson for hopefully the GOP with gerrymandering, as we talked about in episode 33. Go check it out if you haven't listened to it.
And if these folks in Canada aren't careful, they may be dealing with a total recall.
It was bad. That was bad.
Sorry. I know.
We needed a sad trombone sound here.
We need some sound effects.
Oh no! Someone literally DM'd me on Discord just saying Jesus fucking Christ, River. Someone close to me watching the stream.
Wow,
Riv, that was bad.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
But what I was going to finish with the whole recall thing, what I was going to finish with was, it's kind of funny about this whole law that the conservatives enacted, because now that, people are starting to recall the conservatives MPs, there is talk within the Conservative Party to get rid of that law that they put in. It's just like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, it's just hilarious because it's like, let's put this in. Oh God, it's used against us. Let's take it out.
Honestly, it seems like a good idea. And you said it's like the same number of people have to vote. Is that
60% of the number of people who voted in the last election?
Yeah.
So if 1,000 people voted in the last election, you need 600 people to sign the petition.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
And I mean, they're trying to do different things in order to prevent these recalls from happening. Like, number one, they're talking about getting rid of the law. Number two, anytime these petitions go through, the petitions have 90 days to collect all these signatures, and they actually need to get physical signatures. Then they go to Elections Alberta. Elections Alberta verifies the signatures by looking through all the papers, making sure all the information is there, and they do like random calls to the people to make sure that they actually did in fact sign. And then it goes to the government, and they can either A, hold a new election, or B, hold a by-election, which is the single riding. But the problem is that Elections Alberta has already said that they need, a bunch more money to deal with all of this. And the Alberta government said, nah, you're not getting it. It's their own law, and it's like, Elections is like, we need the money, and they're like, nah.
It's because conservatives want everyone to play fair until they deem it's no longer fair for them.
Exactly.
Because peace was never an option.
Well, exactly. And also, I just figured out the other good example for the notwithstanding clause, because, bunny trail and how my mind works. Just so, for example, the laws that they're putting into enactment about the trans kids, taking away their rights, taking away the fact that they can't change their pronouns, they can't have hormones and things like that. When they enacted those laws, they used the notwithstanding clause because that goes against their charter rights and freedoms, that law. So in order to enact that law of gender identity, so discrimination based on identity, gender, they enacted in the notwithstanding clause so that that law can be written into existence.
That sounds like a load of horseshit.
It is a load of horseshit.
It's Canadian.
I'm just calling it like I
shenanigans.
sees it. It's like a load of gander shit.
Yep.
Speaking of loads of gander shit,
Oof, good segue.
should we talk a little bit about, thank you, segue there. Do we want to talk about the really, really fun, this is sarcasm, Supreme Court decision from this week
Oh, yeah.
in the U.S.?
Yeah, real kick in the gut yesterday.
Real kick in the fucking gut. We thought we had a light at the end of the tunnel, which is probably not the best way to say that because that usually refers to dying. But we thought we were gonna be okay because there was a temporary injunction against the executive order and the Trump administration's architecture of preventing trans people from having accurate passports with gender markers on their passports. And it went to the Supreme Court, and guess what? Surprise, surprise. The packed Supreme Court said, no, that's fine. You can definitely tell people they can't have the correct gender markers on their passports. That's not
so
concerning
fucked
at
up.
all.
Yes, that yeah, and yeah, really shitty. Not really super surprising. I think
No.
given the way the court has acted recently, anyway. But yes, terrible for it to terrible for it to come down. Shitty that it came on the shadow docket. They didn't even hear the full. I don't think they heard. It was like I know that process is different. They just looked at it like it wasn't a full case, but it wasn't. It's also not. Like I was trying to look up before we went on. Like basically, like where is this at now, and what does this mean? But it's like I think that this is basically. The administration now has the ability to go forward with what they okayed the policy that the administration was trying to enforce earlier that had been stopped, which means that they're going to only recognize male and female on passports, so no X marker, and also that when people go to get new passports, they're going to make sure that they're going to confirm that they basically match with assigned sex at birth. And the argument was, or it's not even the argument, but I think the comment from the court was that it is like a historical fact, like the country of someone's origin. But that was like, it was a specifically like, it's a historical fact when it's like, but it doesn't, I mean, beyond like, there's so many ways in which this is like easy to argue against and is so bad. I mean, the whole point was the other judges had said that it was very clearly, all the executive orders were very clearly written with animus. But even beyond that, it's like, who gives a fuck if it's a like, what kind of thing is that it's a historical fact? Like, that doesn't, this is about someone having proper ID, like now. So it's like
now,
currently the whole like, oh, it's a historical fact. It's like, yeah, you don't have your first
I go
fucking
somewhere
job
with an
on
M
there
on my
either. I mean,
fucking passport. That does not make any sense.
People are
Right.
going to ask a million questions about it.
Yeah, it's literally endangering lives for the sake of endangering lives, and they know that.
Yeah, and the passport it didn't always even have sex on it. Like I remember that. Like I know that it's not like super recent or anything, but it didn't always. I think passports initially did not have sex on them, or gender. Like it didn't have that marker. But yeah. So this is this is really not good. The expectation from here is that this gives a nod to the administration doing even more, and it puts into question they have the list of everyone who signed the attestation form in the period at which they had been ordered to stop the way that they wanted to run it. So they like have that list of people. So there's like that. And there is thought that some things will happen, like that those documents may change for those folks. That's like what the thinking is, but we'll see what happens. And then it kind of just gives a nod to them even going further. I mean, there are obviously yeah. So yeah, not good at all. Not good stuff.
This administration is like, you give them an inch, they take a mountain,
Yes.
not a mile.
So my question with that
mountain
is
range.
that you said they have a list. So like for the people who have had their passports changed, is there like the possibility those people are going to get another passport in the mail with the gender marker corrected, or what?
Yeah. So basically, they have a list of people who changed their passport when they were forced to not do what they wanted. Yeah, and they basically had to, for a period of time, go back and do whatever the individual was asking. Basically, just self-designated gender. But anybody who did that in that time period had to put the way that they did that, because they were ordered by the court. But what they added was that everybody had to sign a form. And so the thought is that they will reissue all of the, there's a possibility that they would consider taking all of those people and reversing whatever changes those people requested.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's so disgusting.
And then it kind of puts into question, what else might they do? I don't even want to like necessarily go down the road of speculating that, but it's like there's other, there are other things that they can do potentially that have to do with real ID, which is Samera, like a state requirement, that they could make that basically, like, there may be a way for them to put pressure on states to adopt similar similar positions as what they're doing through the real ID thing, which would then be a whole nother round of like shit and complications, and I'm sure like lawsuits and stuff like that at that point. I would hope. But yeah, it's really not good. And yeah, this one this was like a deciding factor for me. Like, I don't have a valid passport, and I was waiting and like kind of figuring and like
I was waiting,
hoping, but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't want to go on the list, and I don't have. So
same.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah, not good.
That's so terrifying. And I mean, I just can't even, like, was it a, like, out of curiosity, I mean, I didn't look into the articles about it, but was it a split at Supreme Court, or was it fairly solid?
It was the conservative liberal split. So it was 6-3.
Yeah.
Shit, so it had all the conservative judges.
All the
every time.
conservatives signed on. Yeah, all the conservatives signed on to the
some
majority.
trans bills have actually seen like a 5-4 split. That's why I was just curious if it was a full conservative sweep, or if it was, more split.
Yeah.
No.
It's an them versus us mentality. People can't have nice things unless you are, white conservative Christian. It's great. It's great. America's great right now. We're definitely not reverting to. Okay, all right, I'm bringing it back. I'm not going to spiral.
You are allowed your soapbox.
I know. I don't know what the soapbox about, except for that this is awful and completely expected, unfortunately, and also extra shitty because we did kind of have hope that with the injunctions that were in place that it would be enough to withstand it. But then, of course, if it goes to the Supreme Court, they've weaponized it. They weaponize every branch of government against any marginalized group right now. And it's disgusting and terrifying. And listen, I'm all about trans joy here. We love trans joy. We love it. We love it. We really do. But sometimes we got to talk about the shitty stuff too. And this is really shitty, y'all. And I'm really sorry. And if you're out there and you're feeling hopeless, I get it. Also, at the same time, it's exactly what this regime wants us to feel like. They want us to feel exhausted, hopeless, burnt out, because people who are like that are complacent and they won't fight back. So do your best to keep the joy up. Keep watching the stories as they come in as much as you can. so you can stay informed and stay safe. And we'll do our best to do the same. But
I mean, to that, I would say, like, yes, there is trans joy out there. And I mean, Brie, to your point, even trans joy is hard to find these days. It is. It is. And I think that's where moderation is key. Moderation in all things, in the news, in keeping up with articles, keeping up with everything. Moderation is key. Because I mean, there's a whole bunch of shit that's going on in Alberta, and that I was talking about just a moment ago. But I mean, how did we start the stream? We were talking about a lot of trans joy. We bring up a lot of hard topics here on this podcast. We take up a lot of time to go into, holy shit, this is happening. This is what's going on. This is what the deal is. This is the realities. But in in it all, the three of us have been taking a lot of time to make sure that each of us is in a great spot before we go live. We check in on each other all the time. We make sure that everybody's doing good. And we have a huge support system that we make sure that we take care of both between each other and on the Discord. So, I mean, there is trans joy out there. There is so much good stuff going on there. We were talking a bit about Mandani. We were talking about the fact that, in there's a blue wave coming, that there's, in my municipality that I was talking about earlier, that there's a municipal government that is looking to put funds into community building for trans people. So there is trans joy. There is so much trans joy. I was playing on Reddit 2 days ago, and I put a post up about this month, November, is Trans Awareness Month. Because as we move into next week, it's the week of specifically for transgender awareness, because of the fact of November 20th, and I might be corrected on this, but November 20th is Trans Day of Visibility. And for a lot of people, it's a really hard
of remembrance.
Of remembrance, sorry, thank you.
Yeah,
it's
you got it.
It's a really hard day for so many people, and I think that I was reading about it and when I noticed it, I actually started tearing up. And I made a post on Reddit about it in the Alberta subreddit. And it's probably one of the most popular posts of the week on that subreddit, which was so cool to see. And I had a few people who told me that they were looking for communities because it was hard for them to find. So I sent them links to the Discord. We had a few people join us this week. There is trans joy out there. And I think it's always important to remember to take what you can in moderation and really don't doom spiral is the big one. Like,
trans joy, counterpoint to the Trans Day of Remembrance. Not a counterpoint, but in addition to. In addition to.
There we go.
I'm just saying.
That you mean the Trans Day of Remembrance?
Trans Day of here. You're gonna see why in a second. Trans Day of Remembrance. Very sad day. Yes. Happy thing. That's my microphone. Same day. My 5 years on HRT.
I have it in my calendar.
Wow.
So, yeah.
The Big Five.
The Big Five. I started it on Trans Day of Remembrance, and it's kind of cool to think of all of my trans sisters as I started that journey 5 years ago. So I'm excited, and it's gonna be awesome.
That's lovely. So
also sad.
Lovely and sad, yes.
Lovely and sad.
It is a solemn day, and since your HRT anniversary is on that day, it's like you remember, because
remember the 20th of November.
Remember the 20th of November.
That was cheesy.
Yes,
you're welcome.
I liked it. I really appreciated it.
It is true though that trans joy is both challenging sometimes, especially with news, and important and everywhere. And we're still in a space, and as you all said, especially us, we were all have a good amount of privilege and like have a ways to kind of try to take breaks and be aware. And yes, the community is so important. Individual relationships and group relationships and local relationships and like big networks and all of it is super duper important. So yeah, it's always like, I think, kind of a point to take a beat when this kind of shit happens, because it really it sucks. And this particular one stings quite a bit, but yes, it is, we still have a lot. And I think that ultimately the one thing that we're seeing, all over the place, is that there is still a lot of resistance. And I do think that there was a lot of signs, or a lot of political signs this week, that the tide is turning on the trans panic, potentially, at least in some ways, with what is winning strategies politically. And that is really, really significant, as we kind of mentioned
Yes.
last episode. But that is super important. And yeah, I hear you on the moderation. It's like, whew, yeah, sometimes you just gotta grass.
Just the grass. Touch it. Touch it more. Touch it better. You
Roll
didn't touch
in
it right yet.
But I can't touch
Roll
it
in it.
anymore. It's buried in snow.
Make little grass angels.
You have
or
snow
angels
already.
if you're Samera. How do you
I'm
have snow
in
already?
Canada. I'm in the mountains
Exactly.
in Canada. What do you want from me?
It sounds cold and wet.
Oh, episode 34 is now titled, I'm in Canada.
I'm in fucking Canada.
All right, that's it.
You have snow. I'm north of the wall.
North of
In case any of you are wondering, I have named literally every single episode since the very beginning of the show's existence, and you're goddamn right. I'm going to name this episode, I'm in fucking Canada.
Yes.
And I'm not even sorry about it.
What you talking about it?
Getting letter Kenny up in this bitch.
Sorry.
Have you
gonna work
actually
on my
watched
boot.
Letterkenny?
I have. That's right. I'm in your head now, bitch.
Believe it or not, like Letterkenny, like the way that they talk and the way that they are is almost textbook prairie people. Like
I believe that.
Textbook.
Is there a textbook about prairie people?
Yeah.
Okay.
What you talking about it? My brother loves Letterkenny. I couldn't. There are parts of it that bothered
Too
me.
Canadian for you.
No, it's not that it was too Canadian. The parts that bothered me a little bit was their takes on LGBTQ people.
Oh yeah, that was not great.
It wasn't great, and it made me I can't. Once again, it's moderating that media that I consume. Hilarious show. I enjoyed it, but it was just like, nope. Also, how they perpetrated Indigenous people, and given that it's a show that goes internationally, not great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I get it. It just there's issues.
There's always issues. And I really am kind of sick of the whole line of it was a different time. Because I know that it was, the show's been around for a while. Kind of like It's Always Sunny. I tried to watch It's Always Sunny, the first pilot episode the other day. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I was like, oh, this doesn't feel good at all. This feels very... this feels very bad. There's some racism going on here for sure. And they're trying to poke fun at racism, and it's not working, in my opinion. That kind of stuff. So, yeah, there's some not so great media out there. It doesn't really age very well. That is still popular because I think it was kind of forgotten. Because the shows tend to grow as society grows around it. Other notable ones like Friends was super transphobic. Scrubs had some super transphobic story points and recurring and homophobic, of course, classic, yeah. But
You
yeah,
want to
there's.
talk about one? Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you're fine.
Okay. You want to talk about one that surprised me was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love Buffy.
Yeah.
I grew up watching it. I, used to watch it like on a yearly basis. Yeah, I decided it was a good idea to introduce it to one of my friends recently, and I haven't watched the show for, gosh, like fully through. I haven't watched the show in like 6 or 7 years. That show has not aged well. There is so much toxic masculinity in it. I love there's a lot of anti-gay but pro-lesbian in it.
However, they did do the classic bury your gays. Spoiler alert. Oh, it's a trope in especially U.S. Media in that time frame where you could have gay representation as long as they died in the series. So bury your gays means we're killing
I
the
see
queer
what you're talking about.
characters. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they even had a gay character. And I separate gay and lesbian because they had both gay and lesbian characters.
Sure.
And even the response of, like, I'm going into spoilers here. I don't really care. Buffy's been out for like 20 years. Willow's relationship. Willow is Buffy's best friend. And at the point, they had, known each other for like 4 years and gone through literal hell and back. And when Willow came out, lesbian gay to Buffy, her response was basically, oh, like, no support? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, it was a full shell shock.
It's true, but I think that would not have been surprising at the time.
But we're talking about, the aging of
well.
Of course,
shows.
the age is like,
yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, there's also, and I mean, the biggest part that didn't age well is the end of season 6. If you know, I'm not going into it, but the one scene actually caused so much issues that the actor who portrayed it, James Marsters, said he had to go through serious therapy afterwards, like for years.
Yeah. If you're Googling it right now, just content warning S.A.
Yes.
Other shows that are kind of recent that still follow the bury your gays trope, which is including lesbians in this case. Supernatural. I believe that I think Charlie was either a lesbian or bisexual, who was played by Felicia Day. Had to kill her. Had to.
She plays so many queer characters in her shows.
Yeah.
You know what? Which one actually surprised me about their take on it was Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy has had a few trans, patients and things like that. And sometimes they did good takes, sometimes they did bad takes. Accidentally muted my mic. But yeah, it's interesting to see how different shows do all these queer tropes.
And that's why the Supreme Court decision was bad.
Way to complete that circle.
Full circle.
All the way around.
Circle.
All the way around.
Yeah. Also, I'm sorry, I'm picking at my fingernails, my fingernail polish, because it's peeling off. And I don't have a fidget toy with me, so I'm just kind of peeling it off. What are you going to do? Hey, ADHD. Yeah.
ADHD.
What are you going to do? Mm-hmm. And they're ready. They're ready for new colors. So
they look kind of just like metallic. It's kind of hard to see what color they are.
They are. It is by Mooncat.
Okay.
It's a color called Dragon Scales.
I love Mooncat.
Okay.
Yeah, they're great.
So
Sponsor.
There you go. Yes, we have sponsorships available.
Yeah. Those of you who don't know Mooncat, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fucking product placement this shit right now. Mooncat sponsors Mooncat. Mooncat. If you've heard of Hollow Taco, Mooncat is kind of a counter to them in that they have holographic nail polish as well as regular nail polish, but and sometimes it's magnetic too. You can make cool like shapes on your nails. But they're also, I believe they're a women built, founded and led company. as well as queer, I want to say. I don't have
And
the
a
facts
portion
backed
of the
up in front of me.
proceeds go towards cats.
Go towards, finding homes for kitties, which is great.
We love that.
Unfortunately,
that.
it's an American company, and they would charge me tariffs, and it's all in
Yeah.
U.S. dollars.
No moon cats for you.
Obligatory.
tariff.
I am fucking Canadian.
There you go. Tough break, eh?
Hey, stop it there, you hoser! Or I'll...
See,
My
I'm from
brain just
Minnesota,
stopped.
so you kind of get the Minnesotan coming out every now and then there, but just barely close enough to Canada. But more of a Youper than anything else.
That was almost a little Fargo. I heard a little Fargo in there.
It's very Fargo, yeah.
Yeah.
I've lived so many places and haven't really collected an accent.
All right. That tells me that after this episode, I need to go and get a twofer and get a Mickey.
Oh boy.
Boy, what does that mean? Tell me what that means. I'm not Canadian.
Which one?
Both.
So a twofer is a 2-4, which is a 24 case of beer.
Okay.
A Mickey is, see if I have one.
For our audio guests,
Where's
Samera
my
is
alcohol?
searching for what she's looking for.
No, I know
Insert
what I'm
searching
looking for.
noises here. There will be
So, This
some music here
small
later.
thing. So this is a small Bailey's.
Baileys.
I love my Baileys. This is a large Bailey's. So the smaller one of any alcohol is considered a Mickey. So you know how you can see those like smaller things of like vodka, rum, whatever. Those are Mickeys.
Why
I
is
think
it
it's like-
called a Mickey?
I don't know.
But
I
you're
think,
fucking Canadian,
yes.
as you said.
Maybe because Mickey likes to drink them.
I think they're like 24 ounces or something like that. 12 ounces. I don't know how much is in here.
A
It's
Mickey.
alcohol.
Booze.
And yes,
Booze.
I
Booze it up.
am definitely having some of that after the show.
Nice.
Classic.
And I will be smoking the reefer, the Mary Jane,
Oof.
cannabis, if you will.
Devil's
The
weed.
Cannabis. The devil's lettuce.
Devil's lettuce.
Devil's
That's
lettuce.
right.
Mhm.
Devil's lettuce.
Devil's lettuce.
Have y'all ever seen? Oh shoot! What was the scare pot? The pot scare movie? Oh God, what was the name of it?
Which
Hang on.
one?
Reefer Madness.
Reefer Madness.
You ever seen Reefer Madness?
I've seen
That-
parts of it. I haven't seen like
Hey.
the play type
Stream,
thing that
a
Kristen
stream
Bell's in.
opportunity right there. There was a more recent. I want to say there was like a more recent one. So there's okay. So it was originally out in 1936. There was another. I feel like there was another one recently, and I don't know if it was a full movie or if it was just part of it. But Alan Cumming was in it, the more recent one.
That narrows it down.
He's
so
he's
much.
Nightcrawler.
Well, he wasn't around in 1936, is what I'm saying.
Speaking of, streaming movies and such like that, we are hoping to do more, well, not more, but starting up movie nights and things like that in the Discord. So please come and join us in the Discord. It's a lot of fun. We have good times. As discussed in the last channel, there will be a giveaway in a channel that is going to be coming to you soon.
The giveaway
Coming to
channel.
a Discord near you.
Soon,
The
TM.
giveaway channel. A channel that will give away.
No, we're not giving the channel away because then I would have to create more channels for everybody to give away. And I'm not, no.
You heard it here first. Samera will be creating a channel per person in the Discord to give away.
God.
You
Very
get a
bold
channel.
of her.
You get a channel.
And a blatant abuse of her powers as Fox Boss.
Yeah. It's very
I mean,
how
I'll just
American.
create a Quite honestly,
channel
we're
that
just
only
disappointed.
I can see.
Yeah,
Hide away.
Sheesh.
we did it. We did an episode.
Is that it?
Is that it?
Congratulations.
I love how this is
Feels
still in the
rapid.
episode and we're talking about, yay, we did an episode.
Hey, everything's content.
Everything's content. Speaking of everything's content, there is
we're
still
still
the
going,
plan of
apparently.
doing more extra days of streaming at some point. Now that I'm settling and, there's, my schedule. I don't know. Jess, do you want to do a channel with me at some point?
A channel? Wait, a giveaway
stream.
channel? A stream? Sure. What are we
Do you want
streaming?
to do a stream? You want to stream? You can go stream.
Stream.
Yeah, I could stream. I
Rib's
could
done a
do.
solo stream. I've done a solo stream. When's your solo
Oh
stream?
yeah, I was gonna do Stew Daddy stream.
Stew Daddy stream.
Can
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
actually
make
do
some-
a cooking stream?
I'm gonna make some stew. You know what? I thought about it, but I'm not sure if I would have to I'd have to figure out, the kitchen, the mic setup. Like that would be the thing that I would be nervous about. Is like
We get
mostly-
you one of those fancy Bluetooth headsets.
I
that
know I
comes
would
like,
need. Yeah, like I
there.
feel like I
Yeah,
need
wow.
yeah, like the ShamWow guy.
I need a microphone.
Or
I
what
just,
was
I just
the other
imagine you just
one?
stirring a big pot. You got the camera right in front of like this
I'm gonna
big
make
pot you're
my
stirring. Like,
transgender
around.
stew.
Oh God. Sham-
Transgender
it was
stew.
Shamwell and Slapchop. That was it.
You eat the stew and you're gonna trans your gender.
God.
It'll also give
The
you
final ingredient, a little HRT.
yeah.
Secret
It'll also like fill your
ingredient.
belly with protein and have
Yeah.
you feel like you got a big warm stew daddy hug and trans your gender.
So is there going to be 2 different stews? One for estrogen, one for testosterone?
No, it's a magic stew that will
Yeah, get
trans
it
your
together,
gender.
Samera.
However you're coming, it's a special. Yeah, it's not like estrogen, testosterone. This is the special sauce,
The universal sauce. Guaranteed to trans your gender.
universally trans
Transagenda.
stew.
Gonna sell them like hotcakes.
Yeah. No, that could be cool though. I could actually
Over
do
the
that because
counter.
I do I do a lot of stew. Do a lot of stew in the winter. So
As do I.
But you're not the stew daddy. You're the server mom.
I understand moms can make stew too. It's just not like my
it's
not
true.
like my
No, you
signature
get your
thing.
soapbox.
We don't believe in fixed gender roles here on the Transpotting podcast.
I just got a look, y'all. I just got the mom look. I don't know if you all
Yeah.
saw that, but I just got the mom look.
You did. Once you're a mom, you're always a mom. And me, I'm a mom of 400 something surfer members and Samera, apparently.
And Samera.
hmm
Why not?
Who is fucking Canadian.
Yep. I was about to say something, but I chose not to.
I see. But hey, this is a great opportunity to talk about. I would love for us to have more options for hosting. We don't always have to come together if our schedules don't allow it because we are people with outside lives, jobs, family stuff, etc.
True
I
that.
would love to see a Stew Daddy solo stream. I would love to see a Fox Boss stream. I would love
I've
to
already
do
done Fox Boss.
do it again. I would love to do a solo stream, and I don't know what I would do on it. Probably guitar shit, or just talk about guitar shit. Maybe just interact, do some crowd work, interact with the chat a little bit with Discord. I'd also love to have a stream with some new folks from the Discord server on it. We had people volunteer one time. I know I do this a lot. I know I do. It's because I'm evil. But different folks on the show to just hang out and chat. Nice little perk for folks who are part of our Discord server. You get to potentially be on the show if you want to talk about stuff. Why not?
Well, I have an idea for a show, kind of like what you just talked about. Because we're talking
Oh, you're
about
stealing
it,
my
I might
idea.
as well- No,
I'm kidding.
not at all. But where, like a call-in sort of stream and, do something like that and, kind of see where that goes. If people want to come and jump on and chat and stuff like that and just have a good old time.
Mandatory fun.
Mandatory fun. Coast to
Yes.
coast with Samera. There we go.
Ooh,
And I mean,
sounds
to
like
be
a show.
fair,
It does.
when I talk about, my solo streams, I do have another channel that I do have to stream on as well. Like, you don't get all the content. Sorry. You get a lot. Not
Let
all.
me just review your contract again here for anything regarding conflicting interests.
About that.
You gotta talk to HR about this. I don't know if it's gonna hold water.
You don't want my other content on here.
What does that mean?
It is. It's not.
It-
Oh my god.
It sounds like it's
I
a
just-
different brand. I'm gonna pull out my professional hat here. Hang on. It sounds
Well,
like
I
a
can
different
see it.
brand.
I can see it.
Please
It's a Boulder hat.
explain it to me, Jess. Please mansplain it to me, please.
Look, we've gone just about 2 hours, and I have not yet explained anything to y'all. I mean, what are you waiting? I'm just saying, going off of what you're saying, it sounds like you're working on multiple brands. You got the Transpotting brand, you got the Fox Boss brand. Talking with my hands? Got it now?
Well, my personal brand isn't Fox Boss. It's Ladris, but
We can't all be perfect little Ladris, can we?
I am perfect. But anyways, all right. the way we end these streams, what are y'all doing tonight or this weekend or within the next, we'll say 48 hours? What are you doing in the next 48 hours for yourself? What is your self-care in the next 48 hours?
I'll never tell.
No. Come on.
Secret
Come
of
on, Riv.
self-care.
Come on, Riv.
Self-care. I'm probably going to watch some more horror tonight. I know I've got like almost 20 years of classic horror and like new classic horror to catch up on.
It's a
I
lot to
just
catch up
watched The
on.
Witch last night, and that was fucking wild. So many wonderful commentaries and metaphors in that movie. Holy shit. And it was like a period piece. I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, so lots of horror still I'm catching up on. That's a nightly thing when it gets dark out. Yeah, rest of this weekend's pretty just restful and enjoying the fact that I'm not working and putting all my effort into my corporate day job because it's just exhausting. It's exhausting. Oh, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it for money and survival. You gotta play the game that you'll never
Play the
win.
game.
Yeah.
It's true.
Jeff.
And Rib was a downer.
That sounds like a great 48 hours of just, self-care,
Yeah.
different things for different people. Jess, what you got going on for the next 48 hours?
Yeah, weekend stuff. I'm gonna be doing like some house projects. Got some fun stuff. Marking up. I have I'm working on setting the foundation, or I won't be setting the foundation, but I'm gonna be placing the corner markers for a little building that I'm gonna be working on, that I'm not even gonna make a building initially. It's just gonna be like a platform, little clubhouse for my kiddo. So I'm doing that this weekend. It's gonna be really fun. And probably just some like, general I'll go climb and try to enjoy the leaves. I'm actually doing some this is like leaf time here, so we might just like, not do anything super major crazy, but just go somewhere and do the fall version of touch grass, watch some leaves fall, maybe collect some leaves, do some fun stuff like that. Yeah. So that's what I got going.
Do you
I'm
rake them
probably
into a
gonna have
big pile and
brownie.
jump in them?
Do I jump in leaves? I love jumping in leaves. It's pretty fun. Yeah. Kiddo is definitely also into the leaves, which is pretty entertaining. That's a really great age when all you have to do is rake leaves and your kid jumps in them, and then you just rake them up again and they jump in them, and then you just rake them up again. It's like the yard years, where it's like they're great. They're just great. Soaking them up. So yeah. So I might do some of that. I don't know if I'll really jump, but we'll see. That's about it.
Do it.
I've been also myself playing a little bit of music, not anything as fancy as you, Riv, but it has been one of the things that I used to do that I've been getting back into just because it feels really nice. So I'll probably do that too. I think there's something, some kind of good brain chemicals happen for me when I do it. So that's the good stuff. And as we were saying before, it's so very important to find that joy.
Do you want to collab sometime? Like have a jam session?
That would be really fun. And I think that my style of music, well, it depends. I guess it depends on what it is. But I think that like my style of music is probably like the extreme opposite of your style of music.
Okay.
I can bring my
Like
guitar
I'm
too.
currently on like twangy dude folk.
I love twangy dude folk.
I can bring my guitar too.
You play guitar too, Samera? Wow, that is very fun. I also have a keyboard. And harmonica. Can't beat the fucking harmonica, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So you never know. Could be fun. Could be good. That could be a fun if we could figure that out. I wonder how I think it could work. Like wondering how the timing would work with.
Yeah.
But still, I think that's brilliant. Yeah. Something like that.
Brilliant. Love it.
What about you, Samera? What's your self-care?
Tonight I'm heading off into the city because I've got a whole bunch of appointments. But It's just going to be really just having just a low-key day, getting out of Banff, and yeah, just kind of just chilling and shutting my brain off with my at my parents' place and eating good food, I guess. I mean, that's kind of what it is. It's kind of sad. But it's also kind of a long weekend, so yeah, just really enjoying that. One of my appointments is super affirming appointment, so yay for that too.
It's great when adulting can be fun.
It's so much fun when adulting can be fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of good food, stay tuned for a future episode of Stew Daddy. Shameless plugs all around.
Yes, you definitely should do that, Stew Daddy.
Yes, do it. I'll watch it.
I'll totally watch it. Heck, I might even follow along as you're making it.
Well, I don't have the people who are doing it. They usually have they have multiple cameras. They have this whole I don't know. I could check it out though.
You don't need to make it fancy.
No, don't make it fancy.
Well, that's great because I can't.
We're talking gumbo pot, camera.
Yeah.
You big giant spoon.
No. I want to see the stew start to finish. I want to follow along so I can make the stew
so you have to move your
Okay.
camera along to follow the process as it changes.
Well, you just
the
do
chopping of the carrots.
Yeah, you just do
and the celery.
One camera set as the prep. Yeah, exactly, like Rev said.
You give it a try. I mean, why the hell not? Figure it out.
Why the hell not?
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
We got so many plans. We got movies. I know that's a Discord thing, not a streaming thing, but still, events, movies, cooking streams. We got music potential.
Yeah.
We got New Year's Eve. We're gonna all celebrate midnight, even though we're all in different time zones. We're gonna figure that out at some point.
Dressed to the sevens.
I think we should just
Have anything
pretend.
fancy enough
I
to
thought
the
it was
nines.
dressed to the nines.
It's not quite as
We should do
fancy. It's
that.
not all the way fancy as the nines, just to the sevens. Okay, no, we're not fucking made of money here.
Sorry. Anyways, New Year's, keep going, Jess. Let's keep going. Come on.
Just lots of possibilities. That was about it. That was it. That was the end of my list. See,
We also have the giveaway.
Yes, the giveaway. Oh, yes. Everybody gets a giveaway. You get a giveaway. You get a giveaway.
Hear me out. We should also include a takeaway channel where if they lose, something is taken from them.
See,
Faye,
here,
no curses.
here's a
please.
fun play on that, though. I would love,
No promises.
I would love to do, not taking away, but a takeaway channel. Like, for example, once a month or something like that, do a channel where, if people want to, maybe if, people are saying, hey, I want to get a pizza or something, people can either donate or order from people. I've seen this on channel, and I'm really bad at explaining this on another server, where people can come to the channel and say hey, can you buy me a pizza or something like that, and there's people there that are here, have a pizza, and it kind of gets ordered through third party sort of thing. Or like I said, I'm bad at explaining it.
It's cool. We've gone super long anyway. I think it's time to wrap it up.
We're going to put
Let's
those
go on.
in a bucket, marinate on them. Oh, that's an idea too. So many ideas. Share your ideas in the Discord.
There is a suggestion channel.
There's a suggestion
Yeah,
channel? Oh my God.
There's a suggestion channel. There is
Yeah,
a
that one I knew
suggestion
about.
channel already.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, there's a mods channel where we're actually discussing this idea of ideas and things to bring to the Discord.
The idea of ideas.
Yeah, kind of
The
like what you put
marketplace
on the
of
screen,
ideas.
a food bank idea sort of thing, where people can donate foods or orders or deliveries or whatever, and people can come and crap. Anyways, let's wrap it
I
up.
love it. This was a great stream, grand old time. I'm going to play the outro because we're over and I'm hungry. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye now. Oh, it's not playing. Hold on.
Oh,
I can do it.
God. Riv, what did
Back home tonight.